Hi, welcome to this October of 2019's little Patreon Q&A thingy, and I'm still unprepared as shit when it comes to any of these. So this time, we actually have 2 questions, so I'm gonna get through them at a probably not at all quick pace. So the first one comes from my good friend Pizza He-Man, who says, how does it feel to have patrons when everyone around you kept saying this dang-fangled online Fortnite machine won't get you anywhere or anything? It's complicated. Well, ever since I was a kid, I would always have my parents begrudgingly let me play video games because my brother had got me into them. And I guess they kind of saw it more as a habit, something I would eventually grow out of, and I've even flat out had my dad tell me that he wished I was playing football or something. And it's just kind of refreshing. The fact that I'm able to make anything, let alone from my friends and people outside of that circle, is kind of gratifying. It's just nice, and I never really had too much direction when it came to like what I really wanted to do, so actually properly making something out of my sort of passions and going forward with it, it's just nice. It's big old comfy fuzzy feelings, and it's hard to wrap my head around it, especially this early on. But I'm just glad that I actually am having fun with this and making something out of it, I guess I would say, to awkwardly wrap this up. So the second question is from Eli Nipper, who says, what got you interested in video games and anime to talk about them? Well, I'm thankful this isn't a question just merely talking about what got me interested in video games and anime, because that would be a long and complicated history. But in all honesty, I've never really put much thought into it, which is kind of ironic considering this is something that I think about constantly. As embarrassing as it is, I never even was someone who was interested in like critiquing things and sort of trying to break down design and sort of writing, aesthetics, all sort of stuff, until I got into the Nostalgia Critic, which is, people are gonna laugh at me for that one. If we're gonna go really far back, it would begin with AVGN when I was around 8 or 9 years old. But Nostalgia Critic was, for lack of a better word, embarrassingly the big inspiration for a while. And then I would eventually grow out of his content, and especially his humor, and grow more into, people who are interested in games and anime, something that I was far more passionate about than just regular movies. I mean, honestly, before I was talking about games and anime, I was trying to be an artist, and I'm still really passionate about it, and that'll probably be shown like far later down the line in my videos. But I was really transfixed on a lot of people at the time, like, let's say, Cat Icarus, Jordan Underneath, Rebel Taxi, Gaming Brit Show, Super Eye Patch Wolf, and even now people like Mr. Clemps. But really going deep into the analytical side, even emotional side to it, or atmosphere and all sort of stuff, it just seemed really interesting and fun to do. And even I found myself getting really passionate and emotional about tons and tons of pieces of subjects. But I'm bad. I can't fucking do shit off the top of my head. Video games, in and of themselves, I already consider being one of the more broadest pieces of entertainment that you can really make, as it does really encapsulate everything I like in terms of art, music, and of course interactivity. Especially when it comes to the existentialism you can get from games like Final Fantasy IX or Nier Automata, or even the sheer beauty that both can convey, atop games like Devil May Cry 3 just really being my thing and kind of inspiring me through and through to this day. Anime was always kind of a weird, lurking, long-time thing with me, considering I used to occasionally tune into Toonami at like a really young age, at really long hours into the night, but wouldn't really fully get in until around 2013, which is a subject I want to cover in a later video. But the reason I want to talk about anime is because it's honestly something I don't feel like I've dug into enough. Video games are something I consider myself fairly knowledgeable on and really passionate about, and anime, I think there is some sort of untapped potential there. The stuff that I have watched, I really do adore, but I would be a liar to say I'm truly knowledgeable on the subject. So, in a way, I'm passionate about video games as it's something I haven't really been able to discuss outside of minor, really, really small friend circles over the years, and kind of feel I have even a smidge of a talent for, and anime is something I just feel like I haven't dived in enough, and slowly kind of want to build that up. Additionally, I just really have a fun time script writing, sort of putting myself out there despite being kind of a loner for years, and I also just really, really like editing and visual storytelling. But to get really broad with it, video games and anime also just kind of cover themes that most things don't. Eventually, I do want to cover the occasional movie, or even maybe a piece of music as like a quick offhand thing. There's a lot to dive into, and I just purely have fun diving into it and just sort of allowing people to experience the same feelings that I did, even just a little, or at the very least understand them. I don't know, it's all very complex, and even the sort of style of videos I'm making is slowly taking shape and changing from what I used to do years back. But I think that'll have to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed my sort of takes on these questions. I hope I didn't really disappoint. It's just a little hard to grasp these sort of things, especially early on. But regardless, thank you for the support on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and happy Halloween. Favorite month. How the hell did I forget?